We've officially started.
Heyo!
I was clapping my ass.
Welcome to the Spot of Bother podcast.
Oh fuck!
yeah.
Stop it.
No, we need to do an intro. We can't just
No,
start.
you don't.
We do need an intro.
We need to introduce ourselves.
No.
I'm seasoned. We just start, and it's good.
People don't know us, Ivy.
They will get to know through our beautiful conversations.
Will they though?
Can we at least do names?
No.
We must be unknown.
Is this part of the podcast?
Yeah. This is the start. Yeah. This is the start. This is how we start the podcast.
Fergus, tell us about your dog trip.
My dog trip.
Yeah.
That could be so
Thing
many
that made you
fucking
late
things.
by half an hour.
Yeah, I was just sat here playing some Overwatch, as you do. When all of a sudden I get a call from my mother, saying that we have to go pick up dog food because we're almost out and she's got a bag at work. So yeah. We had to go do that.
Why did you have to go? Yeah.
Because
Are you the dog food connoisseur? You taste it before you buy it.
No,
It's
she
a fucking
recently...
scene from Shrek.
Ah. No.
Short
my
few
mother-
small words, dear.
My mother recently suffered an arm injury, so she can't carry things very
Oh
well.
fuck's sake, Charlie! Why'd you say that?
I'm sorry.
I'm so happy you didn't let me get that out. Because now you both look like cops.
Oh dear.
But yeah, so I had to carry it.
Late to the first podcast because he's being a nice human being.
Yeah, because of being a good son.
First time for everything.
Can't believe that.
Ooh.
But it is kind of my fault
Yeah.
because she did tell me about it. She told me about it earlier, and I totally forgot we were doing the podcast. And I was like, "Yeah, we can leave at about 7:30." No, like knowing she lives at least, she works at least half an hour away. Like,
See, I thought you meant your mum's broken arm was
No,
your
I
fault.
thought so too.
oh yeah, no,
So
that was
did
the
I.
dog's fault at work. What? My mother is a veterinary nurse. That's why.
The backstory, hey?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
She also I had to fucking bus it into town to buy a new fucking parking ticket for her.
Parking what?
She was getting a checkup on her arm, and she called me while she was still in the waiting room, I need you to go into town, find our car, get the spare key, buy another ticket, and
The fucking
put it in there
RPT?
because I don't have I've not even been in yet, so I need to I don't want to get a ticket. So I was like, yeah, cool. And then by the time I got into town, she was already out, so she didn't need the ticket anyway.
Like a fucking NPC in WoW, how it just despawns.
Yeah. But for my troubles, she sent me into Sainsbury's, so I got cookies, pizza, and Monster. So who's the real winner?
Oh, not too bad. Like
The
Victory
dogs.
Royale.
Actually true.
for the first episode, I mean, we all kind of know each other, some for longer periods of time than others, but I mean, I guess we can chat about how we each met
I don't know you.
and how the group came together,
You know what? It's crazy.
as it is right now.
Because if you think about it, Charlie and you, Josh, we've only known you for almost 12 months, almost a whole year.
It's coming up on
Shit.
it,
It is
the
coming up
anniversary.
on it, yeah.
Oh shit, yeah.
I
It's not
can't
long.
accurately pinpoint when you appeared.
Oh, I can.
It was,
I can remember.
it was
It
in
was
New
New Year's
Year's.
Eve.
Yeah,
It
New
was
Year's Eve into New Year's Day.
We'll tell this story when it gets there. We're the DLC. How we come in later.
The extension pack.
I'm curious. Like, I mean, like Charlie and I have known you guys now for, like I said, we're coming up on a year, but we don't know the origins of the group really. I'll be kind of curious.
Well, we do, but for podcast sake, we don't.
I mean, I remember bits and pieces, like, but I don't know the full story when everyone's talking and giving their inputs, like, so.
It's a
I'd
bit of
be
a
curious
shame
to know.
because obviously with everything, Alfons is included in this, but he has not made it to the first episode, so he'll have to introduce himself properly another time.
We can put him on the spot.
He sort of just fits nicely into the flowing origin story anyway, so it's like,
The mythos.
it's not so bad. Yeah, the myth, the lore.
The prequel.
No,
So who-
not too grandiose a term.
Who was the first meeting? And was Charlie? Was it you and Ivy?
Well,
How
me
long
and-
do you have?
I'd love to hear how you guys met.
Yeah, that's true. I don't think I've actually heard that story.
I remember.
Well, you know each of the years, right?
Yes. I think the very first interaction with Ivy I had was back in. Obviously, I knew her for a lot longer, but I'd never actually made contact. And then I noticed on Steam that she was playing Undertale, and I was
Yep.
like, oh my god, I like that game. I messaged, and that was that. A cursed
kind of
friendship
adorable.
was forged.
No, honestly, and the only reason I started playing that game was because my now partner recommended it to me.
Oh, okay.
So if that
wow.
didn't happen, then I would have never met Howorth, and then
And your
I'd
life
be
would have been so
recording
much better.
this.
True, very true.
You'd be in a better spot. No, I'm not recording. I touch your
Put up with
little.
our shit every day.
Was that through school? I'm guessing.
That was secondary school, I think, wasn't
Yeah.
it? Or was it college?
No, secondary school.
Yeah.
Been there a long time.
And then we sieged in, both taking music technology together, and it was a hell. You thought I was going to say of a time. No, it was a hell. And yeah.
Just, that,
We didn't, but okay.
just
No,
actual
actually-
hell.
If you have any of your fucking shit clips of college level work, I can slam a little 10 seconds in.
Ooh.
Oh no.
I
It's
should
falling apart.
I should scare. Right, everyone else talk about something else, and I'll go
Maybe-
scary.
You can do it after. What do you mean? You can edit it
Yeah,
in.
maybe next episode.
This is real.
All right, everybody quiet for 10 seconds. We'll put this clip in.
No, again, I can edit it.
But is the end of
Almost got you.
Just wanted a moment of silence.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Well, it's nice to know that everyone technically met through gaming then, if that's the case.
Not me and Josh.
Well, ours-
oh,
ours-
okay.
Yeah, that's true, actually. Yeah, how did you guys meet?
Ours comes. I think ours should come later. Like before we get
Okay.
into this, we're season 2 here. We need the season
Tom
1.
and the
We need the
Frank
preview.
Reynolds of
Yeah.
this group.
Well,
So
The second season.
oh yeah, of course. Then.
the way I remember it, so obviously Charlie and Ivy knew each other beforehand, but I first met Charlie in Overwatch, and we actually stayed in a group of people. It was just a random comp game, and we all stayed together as a group and went on to win a couple games and made friends with quite a few of them, but actually ended up during with Charlie a couple times, and I think that was when we actually ran to Fergus. It must have been all within the same week I met everyone.
I remember running in. I was in a meme, like a hard meme mood, and we were fucking spamming GGEZ, which some gets autocorrected to like, I'm dealing with insecurities. Thanks for playing with me and shit.
Yeah.
Or like, I need a hug. And we were just doing that like back and forth like all game.
Yep.
Was I on the enemy team? I think.
No,
No, we were on the friendly team.
same team, but we went in the voice channel.
Yeah. That was it. Yeah, the first match, you didn't say a word except GGEZ in chat. That was great.
Easy, I was just spamming it.
Was Josh with us that night, or did he stop by
Bell?
later? Yeah, Bell.
I think he came by later. It wasn't the same night.
Oh no, yeah, he joined on the first night we drank together.
Yes.
Yeah. That was
What
bad.
wonderful night.
That was a fucking heavy night.
Yeah. I don't remember the time frame, but I got lucky because I happened to play when the Snapchat group was created. And we were like video calling and Messenger, I think.
Yeah.
Yes. So Charlie and I met Fergus, and then we ended up being a 3-stack, and that's when we went on to meet Taz Takamo, who is James, who is not involved in this podcast.
Takamo.
Simply because he is in Australia at the moment studying.
Rest in
Fucked
peace.
off
Big
to
But he is on the banner.
Big spy.
And we met Alfons as well in that same game. So that's when it
Weird
became
thing.
5.
Wait, you met James and Alfons in the same game?
Yep.
Oh,
And
that's
also
good
the,
there.
the weirdest thing about James is because like I think we met him at the same time as Alphonse last, and that's when the group really came to fruition.
Are you going to talk about what I think you're going to talk about?
And then we found out that he lived like basically a 10-minute drive from my house.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like
Oh, was he living in England?
yeah, when he was living in England, he literally lived like within. I could have probably walked to his house in about 20 minutes. That's how close
Damn.
he was to me,
Yeah.
just by pure
Did
fucking
you ever?
chance. I never went to his, but we met out for a drink once.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
That's something I would love to happen at some stage. All of us, like,
Yeah, it's
San Francisco.
It's a weird feeling meeting online friends for the first time in person.
Has anyone noticed though, actually on Overwatch, there is a bit in social where you can see and invite people to play with you who are close to you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't
Didn't
trust
notice
that.
it. I didn't notice it.
Yeah, because when I used to play at the internet cafe in town,
You used to play an internet cafe?
I used to play in an internet cafe, yes.
Yeah, that's where we met.
No,
Oh,
no,
shit.
no.
Is it
So when I met you guys, I was still on a crappy laptop.
Oh, you're on your laptop, yeah.
Yes, but I used to go to the internet cafe a lot because the laptop was obviously not that great. I didn't have a proper PC at the time, and I think I went there most of all when my laptop really did start to break. I had to take it into fixing and everything, so I'd go to the internet cafe quite a bit.
Did you stream the internet cafe?
No. I didn't start streaming until I got my PC, which was
That's
like
fucking chaotic.
last year, March or something.
I'm pretty sure it's March, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like March last year. So that's only when I started streaming. I wanted to start streaming beforehand, obviously, but didn't have the right stuff to even begin.
Just didn't have the capabilities.
No.
Yeah.
So yeah, I only noticed that function when I was there because obviously other people around would have been playing. So it was like you could invite them to play or friend them and stuff because it literally just came up with people nearby. And I was like, I did not know that was a thing.
That's good
Yeah,
there.
I don't know how I feel about that. That's weird.
It
You'll
might only be LAN.
I don't know.
Fergus,
It could be.
Maybe, yeah.
You'll be playing someday, Fergus, and we'll just pop up. I'm nearby. Huh?
I mean, I'd be fine with that because I'd love to meet you, Josh.
I'm in your ends.
Yeah, Josh is nearby with his PC.
Alright. Yeah, just brought it me.
I'm like, yeah, fair enough for getting it all the way here without even knowing where I live.
I didn't know James and Alphonse were the same game. That's really cool.
Yeah. But actually, when we met Alphonse, he didn't use his mic. He would only
Oh, for the
type to
longest
us.
time.
Yes.
Oh god, yeah, I forgot about that.
Mute Andy.
Yeah, because being Swedish and not being confident in his English fully or worried about his accent and stuff, he didn't like using his mic
He
with
hated.
us.
Yeah.
What, even after he knew you?
It took him a while after he knew us. Yeah, it was only really we got him. So after being friends with each other online for quite some time, whether it was a week or 2 weeks or however long it was, we decided to do a drunk Overwatch night. So we'd all have a drink and play games.
That's good there.
So I think that's when he really started to break out of his shell, obviously, because it's a lot more relaxed atmosphere and everything, and he was definitely started to use his mic more then.
Yeah, I've still got the.
The list.
You hear that? That's the list of the rules we came up with.
Everyone has their guards down a bit as well, like so.
Ancient.
That is ancient. Holy shit. How do you still have that?
Yeah, what?
Well, 'cause
To hand as well.
because I stuck it. It was when I was in my old room downstairs, and I stuck it on the wall with some blue tack behind my monitors, so I could always keep an eye on it.
Yeah, over the hole.
I mean, also that it was great for hiding the hole. But yeah, and then when I moved up, I just kept it on my desk. It's just stayed there at all times because I love this. It reminds me of that first night we met. It was great.
Because it was
Memento.
that same night that we all decided to add each other on Facebook and make a Snapchat group chat.
Yeah.
Quite funny, really.
That's really cool.
Need to get it framed.
Wait. What
Laminated.
What were some of the rules?
So it was.
Oh, no.
Hieroglyphs.
Yeah, my handwriting was terrible.
No, I remember
Runes.
one specifically because it was back when I was very much a Mercy main, and
you
one of
got
them
rezzed.
was if you got rezzed, you'd have to drink. And it was
Yeah,
when
yeah,
she
I
had an
remember that.
individual res as well, so it's like, haha, I could target you this game. Quite
Yeah, I
funny.
remember you would just. I remember that multiple times in one game you rezzed me just so I would have to drink. And I was just like, you motherfucker, just let me die in peace.
Do it. Raspberry.
Wait, don't.
So yeah, so you get if you get rezzed, you sit. If someone gets nanoed on your team, you drink once. If you're the person who gets nanoed, you drink twice. If someone on the losing team gets a play of the game, you drink. You drink if someone on the enemy team shit talks at your team. 2 sips if it's directed directly at you.
You probably deserve it then.
Yeah, that's why. If you guessed, we made a special rule where if you guessed who would get play of the game, if you were correct, you could make someone drink. But if you were wrong, you had to drink as well. That was a good one.
Some rest.
If someone on your team gets stuck by a
Calculated.
pulse bomb, you drink, and if you get stuck, you drink twice.
What if you just want to get absolutely plastered and you just invite everything onto yourself?
Yeah, you
Start flaming the enemy team, like, come on, talk back at me.
Yeah.
Go the tracer, flame the enemy team, everything.
just build your entire comp around getting trashed.
Yeah. If you anytime you have a sniper on attack, drink.
Oh,
Anytime a Shimada brother needs healing, drink. And every time you unbox a voice line, drink.
Oh, dear.
God, funny.
Very, 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 very good.
Oh,
That's
also-
really cool to keep.
A sip for an enemy Rhine ult, enemy Farah ult, an enemy
Or
Lucio or Bastion ult.
Yeah.
Why those
That's
ones?
just a lot of ways to drink.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
so we could get super fucking wrecked.
it was a good night.
Very good.
I saw so much of Josh that night, and I
What?
can never get
Wait,
those images
his
out.
friend Josh Bell. It's
Yeah, back when we first met.
it's gonna get confusing because we've got 2 Charlies, and now you're bringing up a second Josh.
The Josh you
Yeah.
replace.
Yes.
Because when we first met, my mate Josh Bell, he always played. He played a lot of Overwatch when it first came out as well. So he was with us on the.
Can I just
on the
say
night
he had
of
the
drinking.
best suits?
Yeah, he does. He has amazing suits.
Charlie,
Oh, go ahead.
Charlie, you worried that I'm going to replace you?
No.
A fucking invasion of the body snatchers. Huh? This is the point where I realized that I have been your friend Josh the whole time.
Oh God.
Just change my accent. I guess.
Even weirder, I've been Charlie the entire time. I'm just throwing my voice
Charlie,
right now.
you replacing me is my way out.
You'll never leave Howorth. Get away from us.
So you guys just all kind of come together then. Just that was it then, really.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we formed a sacred, very, very drunk bond over
The pack.
like 7 hours of a lot of drunk Overwatch back when comp was open queue, essentially.
Yeah.
The Badlands.
Yeah.
Oh,
Back in
dear.
the good old days before fucking, before BAP, before Brig, before Ash.
Oh, the dark days. Huh?
Before Sigma and before fucking
My boy.
Orisa as well.
That was the OG days. Huh?
I'm pretty sure it's just all
Yeah.
whoever. Wait,
It
was
was
it
an added to the
before?
game,
It
pretty
must have been before Moira too,
Oh,
right?
yeah,
Because we all
definitely
met.
before Moira.
We all like, watched the
You all
Moira
met Moira?
trailer.
Yeah,
We all met Moira.
Yeah,
Yeah.
met Moira.
It was
Way
before.
before. Yeah.
The only one who might have been Anna.
Anna,
Yeah, I think,
Sombra,
yeah.
maybe
Anna
Max.
got released and then we all met, I think.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's a while ago then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, spinning off that story, I guess Cigar, Charlie, and I can release some undocumented lore into the group, stuff that you've never heard before. Because Charlie and I, we've heard these things before, but you've never heard anything
Yeah, no,
about
I never.
anything about our prequel story. So the good thing about Charlie and I, and you can chime in. Charlie, do you have our group chat or DMs open?
I can open them.
Alright, go back. I have them at the very start here because
Oh, wait, really?
yeah,
Oh my
because the great.
goodness.
Well, it's like for like dates and stuff like that. So the great thing about Charlie and I is like, basically we only really recently added each other on Facebook. We haven't spoken on there, so basically our entire like friendship is in Discord DMs.
Jeez,
So it's very
so
very
long.
easy referencing. Yeah. So, Charlie and I met. So there's a and you can correct me when we need to, Charlie. There's a channel on YouTube called Blindwave, who are like what I would consider one of the only good reaction channels, where they're like a group of guys who they watch TV shows and they do like a discussion afterwards, and they're really, really, really good. and they have like a really active Discord server. And at the time, they started doing Doctor Who. This was back. When did they start, Charlie? Doing Doctor Who?
Oh, I don't know.
It was young.
Oh, I mean, summer 2017, I reckon.
Yeah. So they started doing Doctor Who. So whenever they would do a new show, unless there was like a huge outcry for a channel based on that show, they would create a new channel in the Discord whenever they would start doing a show for people who were interested in it to discuss it. And the Doctor Who channel was massive. Like it was booming. And among the many people who joined, were you in it before that, Charlie, or was that when you joined as well? Kind of around Doctor Who time.
I think just before that, I was like, oh my god, this channel I've just discovered. I've instantly started doing Doctor Who, so it was like perfect time when I joined.
Yeah. So like there's like loads of people in this channel, and Charlie and I were among the two. And then eventually, like, there started becoming like regulars in this particular channel, and it would like occasionally the conversation would like stray from Doctor Who, and I started getting very like just like pally, just very friendly but general banter and all. And then we started getting told off by the mods because it was straying from Doctor Who. So we eventually also became friends with one of the editors for these guys, and eventually him, us, and then a bunch of our regular mates spun off our own like just mates Discord. And looking back here now, Charlie and I's first message is from the start of May 2018, where we were basically chatting about just some Doctor Who shite. But then on the 28th of May 2018, Charlie pops up to me saying, "You playing Overwatch?" Because she was on the new Discord, what you're playing.
Yes.
And then of course, in typical fashion, I reply maybe with the wee eyes emoji. And then you want a duo, and then I think we played that night. We were all chatting shite about each other's ranks and all. And then Charlie sends me an image on the 21st of August with some like the fucking Nomad Genji, or you like show me like the fucking Blackwatch skin of Genji had just been released or some shit like that. But like there was a gap then, and then on we were chatting then, and we say we have to play Overwatch again, and then on the 11th of October, and then on the 10th of November, we say we have to play Overwatch again. And then we started playing kind of just consistently then.
I guess so, yeah.
And then I mean, it was especially at the start, we were playing like consistently, like at least every 2 nights.
I reckon
just like,
so, yeah.
Just
It's quite often.
Just for like a few hours, and we were just like sitting chat shite and all like after work.
Oh, at that point, I was still on my shitty laptop.
Yeah, so was I.
We all had bad laptops. Woo.
Yeah. But no, I think I don't know. Like I mean, I'm good friends with a lot of the guys in that Discord. But I don't know. Charlie and I just kind of clicked, I guess, and we just we've just been good friends since. And then so that was from what, mid 2018, and then we were just good, just friends then, just playing Overwatch for yonks, and then the fateful day arrived on the 31st of December 2019, where I think we'd been like, we were fucking about at like 11 o'clock or something. We're like,
Yeah, it was Overwatch right before. I think it was like 10 minutes before midnight, and we all came off.
And we're like, we'll reconvene in 20 minutes after the fireworks.
So we decided to come on, just like play a couple of games, and then on the very close to midnight, we came across other Charlie and Kaylee playing on our team, and we hopped in the voice chat. And I remember saying to you, Cigar, Charlie, I was like, they were really sound. I'm going to reach out and see if they want to play again.
I think we were the only people talking. I think there was only 4 of us talking, and the other 2 randoms just weren't, because it was the DPS, obviously. Because I think Josh, you and I were on healer, and then the other 2 Charlies were on tank.
Tanks, yeah. But I remember saying to Cigar, Charlie, I was like, they were really solid. Do you want to see if they want to play again? I think we messaged you then, or was that towards the end of that game then? And it was like, there was like a hope that everyone would come back after the fireworks and the midnight stuff.
We'll regroup.
And I remember messaging Cigar going, I hope they come back on, but I don't know. And then we did.
Yeah.
I was streaming that night that it happened.
Yeah, because I remember then, because for ages then, like I didn't even really know what you looked like, Charlie. Like, we hadn't really seen each other.
No.
Like, we were just voices at that stage, and especially for you guys as well, when we met you were just voices. But then I distinctly remember it was on Havana, on Defense. You let up something about you were streaming, and I went over, and that's when I first saw your face, and I was like, "Fuck, I've got a face to one of these voices." And I was like, "This is really bizarre." But and then like it just gradually advanced from there. Then we eventually met everyone then, over time. But that's how we come into the fold.
Yeah, it's always a weird feeling, like getting a face for a voice.
Yeah.
Like especially after you've known the voice for so long.
Yeah.
And like you come up with this picture of of this person, and then you see them, and you're like, holy shit! Like either that's exactly how I imagined it, or like that's nothing
like
what I
it's
imagined. And
Not even a picture half the time though. It's just like you grow
it's-
so close to the voice.
it's
Yeah.
it, you don't think about how they look. You just think about how they sound, and that's how you know them.
Yeah, you just never. Sometimes you just never even think of an image.
Yeah,
They're just a voice.
Yeah, and it's when you finally see them, and like the first time you meet, and like you can like touch and interact and shit, and it's just you're like, oh, weird, and it's
Like,
awesome.
Don't like that.
Yeah.
So wait,
Like,
Josh, at that point, were we watching Classic Who yet, or were we literally just playing Overwatch?
No, I think we were just playing Overwatch for a long time.
Wait, have you guys met in person yet?
No.
Oh my
We almost
God.
did. We
Oh,
all.
damn.
What happened that day, Charlie? I remember we were meant to, but I think your plans just got fucked up or something, didn't they?
Oh yeah, I was gonna go to Ireland for New Year's. Actually, no, it was New Year's.
Yes, it was.
So
Yeah.
actually, if I had come to Ireland for that, then I would
Wouldn't
have
have
met
met
you guys.
Oh damn.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Weird.
Yeah, we were meant to meet up and have a drink, but it never
Yeah.
didn't end up happening. So.
No, I was meant to meet some friends for New Year's, and then my mate was like, he said, well, he said he lived in Belfast, and then he said, oh, actually, I don't live in Belfast. It's about an hour away from there. And I was like, well, we're gonna fly to Belfast, so can you meet us in Belfast? He's like, yeah, no, I don't think so. Oh, okay, well,
Wow.
fuck that then. I'm not gonna fly to Belfast for a fucking night out when no one lives there.
Wow, what a
So-
prick.
Oh my god. Right, actually, could you catch a plane?
But so no, we haven't. We have not now. But
Ah, damn.
I was really hoping that like before everything happened, obviously with COVID, I was planning on coming over for like a weekend or so.
Yeah.
To meet a load of you guys, but obviously that didn't end up happening. But if everything goes back to normality, I'm still very much up for that. So
Hell yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I'd love to
Can't wait
meet
to
you guys
meet
and
you.
go for a drink or something like that, or just even just like fucking about or going for like I don't know, coffee or some shit like that. Just to meet you guys finally because
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like I've done that with Charlie and Kaylee. They came down to London for the day, and I just met them, and we just walked around London, did some random shit.
so that sounds class.
Bought some cards, played shithead next to
Yeah.
the London Eye.
I mean, I had the cards on me,
Yeah.
so I always have
Oh,
the cards
yeah.
on me.
Always has cards.
'Cause
Wait,
I'm
really?
awesome
Same.
like that.
It's such a good tool.
It
No.
really is. I've got so much random shit in my bag, man. It's great.
No, so out of everyone here, I met Charlie first, and I actually met him. I think it was around your birthday, wasn't it? It must have been because there was a Comic-Con, and I met
Yes.
him there with my sister.
Oh, that's good.
So
there.
that's when I first met him.
Was the hair a glowing afro yet, or was it?
You
still-
know it was him because he said he was tall.
Yeah.
We were like,
That's only a
"Jeez."
recent addition.
Oh, it's okay.
No, it isn't.
That was. And then I met Fergus next, also with my sister. I always go with my sister because safety.
Yeah.
But,
Safety, yeah.
yeah.
Understandable.
So I met Fergus in London for a day as well. And then I
Yeah.
think after
That was
that,
a nice day, actually.
yeah. And then after that, I think that's when I met everyone again when we organised a Sweden trip.
Yeah. I'll still never forget the first time, because I got on this, like, you guys all met before the train, like, before you got on the train, didn't you? Or did you guys
Yes.
meet on the train? Because, yeah, I jumped on the train to, we were going to the airport. Like, I met them while they were already on the train, so I was just walking up and down the train trying to find them.
Like Ron
Yeah.
Weasley, hey?
And
You just
at, like,
materialised
6 in
from
the
behind
morning. Yeah.
Hmm.
I've still got the fucking the little picture thing you printed out and gave
Yes.
every one of us.
Fergus has all the receipts, eh?
Yeah, man, I keep sentimental shit. I'm nerdy like that.
No, I got everyone a photo print of some of the pictures of us guys in like a strip, like those photo strips.
Yeah,
very nice.
like photo booth ones.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I've got the pictures up on my little corkboard, and then I've still got the little envelope thing with my name on it that you wrote as well.
Oh yeah,
Aw.
cool.
Yeah.
Very cute, though.
This,
yeah,
this makes me remember, both because of the time of the flight and also just because it is infinitely more cheaper, me and Ivy had to travel through the night.
Yeah.
And we had that horrific moment through London when nothing was making sense. Where are we?
Oh, I remember because I was obviously up very late taking the train, and I was waiting around at the station for ages, and I ended up waiting another extra hour so I could meet Ivy and Charlie and make sure they came with me. So it was okay. So I was waiting like 2-3 hours in the station, trying not to fall asleep and trying to keep myself entertained before they then messaged me like, we're going to the McDonald's. Can you show us the way to the station? So I had to get up
the
and
McDonald's.
No. Look, the rest of London was like some black hole. It was wibbly wobbly, very strange. But the McDonald's, that was a shining beacon. We could all get.
Yeah, that is the best thing about McDonald's. Like, if you go out for a night out anywhere in London, the meeting point is always the McDonald's, because there will always be a McDonald's about 2 minutes away from the club. It's amazing.
I remember a specific moment where we actually hit the first station into London. We got out and we were like, we had to go to another station, obviously. Was it Paddington, I think it was?
Is it the one I was at?
I don't know. Anyway, we were like, okay, cool. Where is it? And we were looking around, trying to match our location on the maps, and it just wasn't working. And it was, we ended up running across roads. Oh, it was.
Yeah, I had to come and find
crazy.
you.
Like a mother duck, eh?
I'll never fucking forget though, because obviously the first time I saw you guys, you were all sitting down on the train. And then when we actually got to the airport, seeing Howorth stand up for the first time, I was like, fucking hell.
Wait, how tall are you?
Like 6'2".
Oh, same as me.
Oh, but it's not just the height.
Oh,
It's
sorry.
the,
It's the hair. It's the hair.
the svelteness.
The what?
Svelte. Is that what?
Yeah, but imagine me and my short sister both meeting him for the first time.
Looming over you.
Bear in mind, we're both below at least 5'3", and he's 6'.
I feel like one of those things out of War of the Worlds. The bloody walkers.
Yeah.
Have you seen Rogue One?
Yeah.
No.
Like you're like K2SO from Rogue One, huh?
Yeah, he is pretty much.
He's like a lanky droid, huh? I'm
But
picturing
that
you.
just with an afro and an obsessive love for bananas.
For memes. That sounds like, I think like if everything goes back to normal, a fucking like even like a day trip or like a weekend trip in somewhere would be fucking class. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be dead
Hell
down for
yeah.
it.
Or when the country's fucking open again.
We're allowed
Yeah.
to do things,
I'm just like,
and we're not in
That's
danger.
never gonna happen.
I have hope, Ivy.
I'm stuck on a separate landmass, but thankfully it's cheap enough to get over, so it's not too bad.
Yeah.
So I think it'd be really, really cool. I mean, when did we meet? I was trying to think because I was over the last time I was over in England. I think it would have been like shortly before we met, so I wouldn't have even really known you guys at the time. Like, so I was thinking maybe like I could have stopped somewhere else, but that whole trip was a fucking disaster anyway. Like, so, but maybe I could have like diverted, met you somewhere else. Like,
make
but
a little like.
I wouldn't mind popping over to Ireland one day.
come on over.
Yeah,
but
Absolutely, yeah.
I
There
do
to-
love Ireland.
here's the thing, like I think that'll be completely amazing. However, it's like if I go to England, it's like far cheaper because it's one person having to pay like a flight and train, whereas or like 5 people
I
having
was
to do
just
it.
thinking,
So-
can
Yeah.
you drive?
No,
Cigar, can you drive?
No.
No. Right. So I feel like the easiest thing then is if everyone did come to England then, because if we wanted to get around, you'd need 2 cars if we want to like actually go places.
Yeah.
And Charlie and I being the only one with licenses in England.
Yeah,
I
but
may be.
Yeah, that's what I said. Charlie and I. Are you
yeah,
listening?
Are you deaf?
Have a
You
license.
dumb. I actually spoke to my mum about it tonight. Actually, thinking about maybe doing like a fast track driving lesson thing.
Have you ever
So I could
driven
be like-
before?
No.
Probably shouldn't do it.
a certain episode from Peep Show comes to mind.
My mate, I know me and my mum know a few people who like do it as like a like full class, like full instructions and full lessons, but just in like a month's time frame or something. I can't remember. I don't know the exact details.
Good enough.
I've only really had one. New way sometimes like your parent will take you to like a car park or something to do like practice driving lessons.
Yeah.
I've only ever had one, and it was when my dad was at work one day, and he took me out, and I fuck, I can't even do it. So he let me drive a JCB over a cement mixer.
Fuck's sake.
No, I think it'd be really a lot of fun. Like I just like to meet you guys, but if it's in like a setting where it's not just like fucking someone's house or whatever, like if it's something where I actually go and do something, you know, I think it'd be a lot of fun. Like so, I mean, I've like doing a lot of solo traveling anyway, so I'd be completely down for coming over. Like so.
Hell yeah.
Nice
Do it.
spending,
Oh, I'm so sorry. You're right there,
I
Ivy.
was gonna say, spending time in good old Howorth's house, that was quite fun. Apart
Yeah,
from
that
when
is very true.
I got the horrific disease.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
God, at the very
yeah.
end, everyone's about to go. I'm so sorry. I've contracted
Oh,
the
fuck,
plague.
yeah. I forgot. Oh shit, yeah. You almost died that week, didn't you?
What happened?
I don't really know. I think it was just being in Zach's room. I couldn't stop throwing up. Everything was leaking. It was not.
Oh God.
I'll tell you something else that wasn't nice that happened at mine.
Oh, what?
But the mass gathering, and in the morning I go outside, check by the
Oh,
lounges, and splat in between it is a giant nodule of sick.
I didn't know about
no.
this.
But it wasn't
Blech.
just the chairs. What about your measuring
Oh wait,
jug?
you mean in the stones? Oh, I remember.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's a
who was
host out of
chundered
fucking stone.
on my stones?
But we all knew who it was.
Yes.
Who was it?
But
Not
for-
one of us.
For
Yeah,
anonymity, we cannot say.
Alfons.
Yeah, that was the.
No,
Legally,
it wasn't
yeah.
any
night.
of us. It wasn't any of us.
That was the night we had a big old party, invited all of their like schoolmates and shit.
Right.
So it wasn't
Oh,
just
no.
us in the house; it was a big old party.
Oh no. Third party
Bizarre.
entities.
All while my mother was far, far away.
With
Yeah.
their CCTV on the kitchen cupboard.
Yeah. Oh god, I forgot that CCTV. Jesus.
Does Jack have CCTV?
Yeah,
Yeah,
don't you
there's a
remember? I
fucking
just,
camera.
I just simply unplugged it.
Didn't you turn it around? Made it face the wall like.
Yeah.
I either unplugged it or I put it like face down.
I think you put it face down
Yeah.
because I remember you using your extreme length to just reach up and move it.
Extreme
or whatever.
length thing.
But Charlie, what about the watchers on the walls? No one needs to know.
One of the things I keep forgetting is I'm actually older than all of you. It's the weirdest thing.
I forget that.
By
Yeah.
Wait,
that
how old are you?
much, is it?
I'm gonna be 25 next week.
Fuck! I didn't realise you were that old. Oh shit.
That old? Jeez.
Well, no, but I thought you were like 21, 22 at most.
No,
like,
no.
Most.
Damn.
Alright, fucking turn it down.
I am an elder. Yeah.
That's not much older though.
Yeah, no, it's not that much
Older,
older.
but not much. But it's like comparatively.
If you go by our ages, for then range from 20 to 25, then right?
Yeah, now.
Guess
Yeah.
so.
Who's 20?
How?
No, I'm not.
No, he's 21.
Oh yeah.
I'm 20.
I always forget you're the youngest. Ivy.
I told them you were 23.
I will be, eventually.
Yeah, next week.
Okay.
I'll be 20. I'll be 23 in 3 years.
Going off that, then I guess like so, if and hopefully things do return to normality, where would you like to go? As like a group trip, if you could like, so we'll exclude like fucking like America and Australia and all. Say like limit it to like Europe, I guess. Where would be your your dream destination for like a
For
group
Europe,
trip?
I've been to most of Europe.
I
I'd
haven't.
quite like to go to France.
France is nice.
Yeah, south of France wouldn't be too bad.
Budapest is an absolute laugh.
Yeah, I've heard Budapest.
It's
is
a
pretty
joke.
dope.
It's pretty. Yeah, it's
got a
pretty
hotel,
funny.
doesn't it?
Shut up.
I wouldn't mind seeing Italy again as well. We could do
I would
that.
love to see Italy, man. I really want to go
Italy
to
is
Rome.
gorgeous.
Yeah, it's lovely.
I never want to visit Rome.
You never. Oh yeah. Ivy, we're here. I love ancient Greece, so I'd love to visit like Rhodes
I was
and
never been
stuff.
to Greece actually. Yeah.
That would be amazing.
I wouldn't really mind because I haven't seen a lot outside the UK.
Actually,
Where have you?
I have been to Sweden and the UK.
Well,
actually, I know it's
Yeah,
really
I
cliche,
forgot that was-
but I would love to go to like something like Ibiza or
no.
Magaluf or
Where
No.
even is Ibiza?
no, just for like a week or 2 weeks. That'd be absolute laugh.
Oh Christ! I think I would actually die here.
I mean, yeah. If we took you to Ibiza, I would get you killed.
Not even that. I just like
But
die from like.
we would go
Yeah,
red.
Josh, you're too old for Ibiza.
I mean, yeah, that's true.
No, no.
But I mean,
Sorry.
if I'm going somewhere like that, I'm going ham, and when I go ham, I don't stop.
You just stop.
I don't stop, and I just keep.
Oh,
I
don't
just-
don't
Ah,
stop.
no,
okay.
I'm sensible. I don't like.
Josh,
I mean, I'm still
Yeah.
sensible, but because I can handle it. Like, I never push myself beyond my own limit, but
I'll do.
my
Josh, how
limit
does it
is very
feel?
fucking high.
How does it feel that you're going to be 40 in a week and 15 years?
Fucking 15 years.
Never phrase it like that ever again.
I'm gonna be
Horrid.
a quarter of a century next week.
Oh, come on.
Hang on.
15 years. Fucking Xbox 360 came out 15 years ago.
Seriously.
Think of that.
Really?
Older than me.
Older than
Wait,
you?
what?
Oh,
Wait, hold on a second.
Didn't I tell you guys? I'm 13.
13
Oh,
BTW.
Oh, dear.
Alright. I guess aside from like a group trip, then like taking the limits of Europe off, and like not having to think about going for like a group trip, where would be your ideal?
The moon.
So if you could just go to anywhere in the world.
Stop it!
You said take the limits off. I took the limits off.
Oh, the fucking Earth! Mariana's Trench.
I'd love to see either like somewhere like Rio de Janeiro or something,
Oh, nice.
like during Carnival, because that would be just incredible. Or somewhere like I'd love to go to Egypt as well,
Oh
see the
yeah.
pyramids, or like Southeast Asia, Thailand, Malaysia sort of area.
Nice. Some really good ones in there.
Well, one of my dream trips ever, it's on my bucket list for sure, is to eventually go to Japan with my sister. That has been our goal for a very long time, and we've both agreed that we will not go without the other.
Hell yeah.
Oh, that's actually really sweet.
Solid packed, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
What about Ivy? What about you?
A nice Scunthorpe. It's a funny name. I want to take a picture with the sign.
What about that place in Wales? The boy takes 10 minutes to say its name on the weather
Oh,
forecast.
actually, yeah.
Oh no.
I'll get that one too. I'll make a road
Clan
trip.
something or other. Go, go, go.
Yeah, that's the one. Remember it by the last 3 fucking syllables.
Go, go, go.
It's yeah. Hopefully everything goes back to normal because like, well, I'm loving this whole work from home crack, and like I would like that to continue. I'd love to be able to I would love just the ability to like go somewhere like for like a trip.
Yeah. I really want to just go around the UK looking at bloody everything.
It's like drilling but shite.
Well, you wanted to go backpacking, didn't you, in the summer?
Oh, there's been so many destroyed and
Yeah.
abolished plans. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
saddening.
I think mine's the worst because I was meant to go back to Amsterdam in the summer. Like
I
2
was meant
weeks.
to go to New York in the summer and Canada.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh.
That sucks.
Coffee.
Exactly.
I'm
exactly.
walking here.
Had you already like paid and shit?
No, thankfully not. We saw. Okay, you know what? There's a fucking pandemic. Let's like pause and wait and see how bad it is, and then make a decision.
No, I booked a girls' trip just to go to Spain because it's cheap holidays and everything, and I've not really been anywhere, so I was like, oh yeah, girls' holiday, and then obviously everything has to be cancelled, and we're still waiting for our refund and blah 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 blah.
That sucks.
Oh.
So
I do love the old. Oh, sorry, go on.
The people that I was meant to be going with were like super anal about it, and they were like, oh, we want to book it in advance, we want to get it done, we want to make sure it's there. So we booked it like last November or something,
Oh,
and
good.
then everything happened, and yeah.
It's heartbreaking, man.
Are you able to
It
get a
was-
refund?
We got our train tickets refunded, but only
Oh.
as like a Eurostar voucher that's only valid for like 6 months.
Mm.
So you're just like, oh great, okay.
Class lads, thanks.
We'll just wait until the pandemic's over. Oh wait, no we won't because it's never ending.
It's alright. Vaccine, hopefully.
I'm still really annoyed. Like I think you know this most of all, Fergus. Like I was meant to go to London in May to meet the cast of Critical Role, which was something I was so excited to try and see. When it got cancelled, I was heartbroken. I think I got everything refunded, but like who knows how long it's gonna go on, and they may never come back. So I was broke. Kai. I was so sad.
Yeah, that must have sucked.
So
On the plus side, through this pandemic, you got back into streaming.
yeah, is that a glorious segue?
I mean,
I guess it could be if you go with it.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I mean, I used to stream like so. If you look back on like I don't know if you can like Twitch history, a channel.
sometimes.
I used to stream many years ago on the in-system streaming on the PlayStation 4, which was so god awful. So like, if you go on the Twitch, go on the like browsing of any PS4 game, and it shows you all the thumbnails of all the current streams.
The bitrate's so bad.
The bitrate sucks, but like you can automatically tell who is streaming on a PlayStation 4 because the actual game is default shrunk to like 80% of the screen. There's a big chunky chat down the side. Their webcam or their logo is really tiny in the top right corner. and any time a viewer or someone leaves a chat message, this fucking big thing pops up on the screen. So I had that for ages, and I had like I thought I was so class because I think I was working in game at the time.
Oh really?
And I had the yeah, well, that's the thing. I guess that's a thing for another time. I guess is a retail woes like. But I had this big like. I had like the PlayStation Gold headset for the PS4, which is a big chunky headset. It was like GTA themed and all. I was class, like. And it had like the mic was like built into the headset, so that's what I was using, and it was so scuffed. It sounded awful. But I can just remember playing like so. Some of the first games I played were on stream were like the first Outlast. Like I did my there's a trophy in Outlast or an achievement depending on what platform you're playing on. We had to beat the game on the hardest difficulty, which is like you basically die in one hit. There's like fuck all batteries. So you basically need to know the game like the back of your hand, and I did my successful run on that stream, and it was a lot of fun. And I played like Horizon Zero Dawn, but again because like Horizon Zero Dawn's a gorgeous game, but with such a shit bitrate of the PlayStation streaming, plus the fact I was streaming off my laptop, it just looked horrible.
Yeah.
And then I streamed then quite regular for a while, and then I stopped for years, because I also like so. I guess unknown lore as well. I got into something a little flirtatious thing with someone from a stream I used to be in, and they used to be on my stream all the time. And they were really really lovely and all, and it was potentially going somewhere. And then I started my university placement, and for anyone who I've spoken to about this, it was like that's like one of the worst years of my life. And I ruined that relationship during that year because I was so depressed, and stopped streaming because of it, and then stopped for years, and then but yeah, I think because of pandemic, because of you, Kelly, because of you seeing you stream again, I was like
inspired.
yeah, I think I want to start streaming again.
I think so. For a second there, I thought you were implying that Kelly was replacing the flirtatious person in your chat.
No, it was there was a big streamer I used to watch, so I'm keeping everything anonymous. There's a big streamer I watch. I still watch nowadays.
XQC.
Definitely. Huh? The person was actually adept at what I'm talking about. But like no, so like this was when this person is huge now on Twitch, but this was when they were smaller, and there was someone in chat I used to speak to like all the time, and eventually they hit me up in like Twitch DMs.
Oh, the person in chat, not the actual person who's streaming. Okay, right.
A person in chat, yeah. And we eventually got talking in like DMs, and I found out they were a girl, and we started like a little bit of like flirting basically, and then they followed me on Twitter one day, and up to that point they were just like a Twitch emote for me because that's the Twitch icon. And then when I saw this like person pop up on Twitter with their handle, but it was like a person, I was like, what's going on here, babe?
The reality shock again.
And she was gorgeous. And I was like, ooh, what's going on? So I mean, that was the thing. We just like kind of chatted and flirted for a while, and then, like I said, it might have gone somewhere, but I fucked it. But it never would have worked as well because she was in America. So, I mean, it was nice in the time, but I completely fucked that whole thing up. Just because that year was not good. But yeah, so like I guess fast forward to during the pandemic, then yeah, I was re-inspired.
We got the redemption arc.
The redemption arc, and then I've been.
Oh yeah.
I've been loving streaming and basically do it like almost every day. And then, I mean, I don't know if you want to tell the team stuff, Gillian. I guess so I don't talk as much, but yeah, then that happened, and it's just been nice. So.
Well, it's actually thanks to you that I'm in the stream team to begin with. So, for anyone who knows the streamer Holly well, she started a stream team called the Whirlpool, and people had to put in basically like an application on the Discord server. I didn't see this, but Josh messaged me on Discord being like, yo, just doing applications kind of thing. I was like, oh, okay, I better do that then. And nice enough, we both got in, so that was pretty cool.
Ew.
So that's helped grow our channels quite a bit, actually. I would
Yeah.
say.
It's been really nice as well. Like, I mean, I don't see you as often active in the team chat as
No,
I think I would
it
like.
difficult too because of what I do at the moment and everything
Yeah.
else. Like, because I feel like most of them are like maybe free in the day or whatever, but with how I've been working and then sleeping and everything else,
Yeah.
just not been as active in it.
It's a really wonderful group of people, and everyone's so supportive of one another. And like everyone like raids each other and stuff. Like everyone hangs out in each other's streams. It's just genuinely really nice.
Yeah.
Been a lovely community. Like, so, but yeah, streaming's good fun, and like, I know you've started recently as well, Fergus. So
Yeah.
When he
I mean,
remembers.
I mean, it's not a case of I forget to. It's just a case of other stuff.
How have you found it so far? Like just the bits you've done. Like, how have you found
yeah,
like?
no, it's quite fun. I've got a few people that stop by my stream quite consistently. Like an old friend from work, he'll always stop by and like chat shit in chat and stuff, and give me random shit to do in the game, which is always fun. But yeah, it's just a case of I know I'm going to enjoy it more. The more more viewers I get, like the more
Sure.
people I have to interact with. It's just a case of actually.
Not everyone wants to chat though.
I mean that too, but that's why I'm looking forward to getting people that watch me that do like to chat. You know. Because I quite like to chat myself, as you all know. I chat.
Nothing wrong with that.
He goes off on one sometimes.
Most of the time.
You learn to like, you learn to talk to yourself when you stream regularly, because you have to be like constantly entertaining. So if even if your chat is dead, if someone wants to stop by, there has to be something to keep them engaged. Like some.
The lonely god.
That's why I'm quite lucky because I talk to myself anyway, like while I'm playing video games.
Pretty much any time I'm streaming, I'll be playing with someone else though, a mate or something.
Yeah.
You keep each other going.
Yeah. And actually, so one time we're playing Far Cry, and that was the first time I saw like 6 or 7 people in chat. Viewers, and then like 2 or 3 that are actually active in chat, just like talking and stuff. And I was like, oh shit, it's just fucking random people. I have no idea who they are.
Yeah.
Just stopping by to watch them play. It's like that's a pretty cool thing for the first time.
I remember I stopped by to watch a bit of that stream as well. That was a good stream.
Yeah, it's mad how much like the I mean, recently I've started hiding my view count because like as much as I think viewers don't like the view count doesn't matter. Like there's still something subconscious that happens for at least for me. I think when I see like double digits fall to single digits or something like that. But like after you get a raid, it's only naturally that's going to happen because some people are done or whatever.
Well, you
like
perk up a bit when that happens.
Exactly, and then the opposite happens, I guess, which is very natural when you see view numbers decrease. But having them off, I think, is really good. But there's definitely a very different dynamic when you're like chatting to yourself and like narrating your game basically for anyone new to come in. I mean, when you have people talking that you can bounce off.
Yeah.
It is nice. And so while viewer numbers are not the be all end all, it is nice to have at least one person there. Like one person can.
That's why I quite often like just dropping by your stream, even to say hello and chat for like 5 minutes.
Yeah,
I know,
it's good fun.
It's just a nice little refresher to actually have someone in chat to talk to.
I will say though, to anyone who wants to stream and stuff, I've I feel like we should. I forgot what I was gonna say.
You say like,
Nice.
Come back to me. I'll remember.
But yeah, like where I'm still quite new to streaming, I haven't streamed that much. I've got I've got a really small viewer count. I average 1, 2, maybe 3 viewers. You know.
same with me, really don't like so. That's
I mean,
not
yeah.
wrong that.
I mean, no, but it's just that, and also most of those viewers don't really like to talk. So I don't like if I'm playing. I've been playing a lot of Assassin's Creed Odyssey recently, and I've been thinking about streaming a bit more of that. But then, yeah, like when you go for so long of just you talking to entertain like the 1 or 2 people in chat that aren't talking, when you get someone in chat and you can bounce off, and it's just refreshing to have other input into what you're doing.
Sure.
Like when you're trying to, it's the same reason why you would want to stream with a friend, like because you have someone to bounce off, and
Yeah.
especially for me as well. Like my comedy is very much bounce off one person.
Oh, I remember now. So I was gonna say is to remember that sometimes people won't talk in terms of. I know I personally like to keep streams up as background noise a lot of the time. So obviously you're not gonna be having a conversation. You just get a lot of lurkers, but we can still all appreciate the lurkers, which is nice.
I mean, yeah, no, I don't want it to seem in any way that in that previous point that I made that I'm.
No, it's just nice.
bad
Nice
mouthing.
like addition when someone talks. Yeah.
We appreciate y'all, lurkers or no.
Yeah, lurker
That's good
or
fun.
not, we love y'all.
Ivy and Charlie, have you guys ever considered it, or is it more just been a thing you enjoy watching, or if even that?
I did it before.
Oh.
Very similar to the PlayStation 4 stream, but with good old Xbox One,
Oh, no.
where I was 100% sure it was picking up my headset mic. It wasn't. It was just a silent stream,
Oh, no.
which was terrifying. And yeah, I've done moderator type stuff. Shout out to fucking Dave Woodland. Used to interact with his chat a lot. Yeah.
Does he still stream?
Oh God, no.
Oh. Out of the loop on that one.
I don't actually know what he does.
He plays a lot of Magic, and I think he does, well, did tournaments and stuff. I remember the one time I bumped into it. Oh my goodness. I was coming back from pizza shop in town nearby. A town name's alright? Sure, whatever. And I go over the train bridge, and dum, dum, dum. Who's this coming up the stairs? Howorth! Oh, what? Dave, what are you doing here? I'm just off to play a bit of Magic. Prize money's £50. I'm like, what? Okay, good luck. Exchange some words. Pissed off. Yeah, it's nice. He's lurking, out and about.
Do you ever think like,
Cool.
you know they never made an anime for Magic the Gathering, so like, you have like the animated shorts and stuff, but like, there's something like inherently like, everyone gets it when you make a joke about sending someone to the Shadow Realm. Magic doesn't have that equivalent. Sad. Magic the Gathering's fun. It's like. It's like
Magic's got this,
IRL loot boxes.
Weird quality of being really widespread, but pretty much underground.
I still have all my cards. I used to play it in college for a little bit, and I have everything still.
I played I got like a few. My earliest memory of Magic the Gathering is this is a long time ago. Whenever I was like a kid in like primary school, there was a magazine I remember seeing in the shop one day, and it was like your typical like early 2000s. Yeah, kids. You know, one of those magazines.
Yeah, I know exactly
where it's
what you mean.
where it's like fucking busted on the cover, and like Yugi from fucking Yu-Gi-Oh down the bottom corner, where he's like there's like a speech bubble of something he definitely didn't say. And they had like and then taped to the front of this mag, and there was fucking like a tub of slime or some shit like that. And then like taped to the front was like a fucking toy bird and a pack of Magic the Gathering cards. I remember seeing them and being like, oh, that's good there, huh? And at this stage, this was when the Yu-Gi-Oh craze was going on. I remember seeing the pack of Magic cards and being like, oh, that looks good there, huh? And I remember like because I was getting whatever magazine at the time, and they didn't have it, and my mom was like, and these magazines were so shit, they only cost like £1.50 or something like that.
Yeah,
they were such mass-produced garbage. Like my mom was like, do you want that? And she saw me looking, and she was like, do you want that? And I was like, I mean, it was like, yeah, she'd buy me a pack of sweets or something like that. And she's like, "Oh, do you want the magazine?" And I was like, "Ah, sure." And then I remember opening it up, and when you're used to shit like Dark Magician, Blue Eyes White Dragon, when you crack open a pack of Magic the Gathering cards, and the first fucking card is like a raven. I was like, it's like I don't know if I like these cards. And I flicked through all of them, and they were all just like horses. And granted, Magic the Gathering, when you actually know what the game is, there's a lot of really cool stuff to it and really like fantastical elements. But when the first fucking pack you get and all you're exposed to is like a bird, a horse, a fucking a mermaid, and a swamp, I was like, this is shite. And then I was completely against Magic the Gathering for so long. But now that I play it nowadays, I really like it.
Yeah.
But it was tarnished me.
Forget Magic the Gathering. Doctor Who Battles in Time.
Yes.
That is the peak of human evolution.
I used to have them.
I asked my mum last night, did you stuff my Doctor Who cards in the loft, or did you chuck them? Because I've started watching it again, and I'm getting into it, and I want them back. And she just goes, dunno.
Yeah, Charlie, I can probably send you a full set if you want. If you want some, I've got that spare, I think.
Oh.
I just like. I remember I scammed my local shop for Battles in Time cards. Like, remember they did the magazine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I just remember like the magazine came out and you get the first few packs. I remember that first magazine with the big Dalek on the front.
Yeah.
And it was the set. You know this one obviously, Charlie. What was the name of the second set?
Annihilators.
Was the third one Invaders, the green one?
Yeah.
It's like series 3 stuff. I remember. So where I lived at the time, like there was our local shop was like, if you were to walk from my house, it would have been half an hour to get there. I just have a distinct memory of this like period of like 5 really sunny days, and this was when I was like big into Battles in Time and big into like, so this was like series 3 of Doctor Who, like, so this was like last of the Time Lords kind of era.
Yeah.
And I remember going to the shop, and they had the box of Battles in Time Invaders behind the till, but they didn't have a fucking price on them. So I was buying these things for 10p a pop. It was great.
What?
Oh my
Are
god!
you kidding?
Bear in mind, it's £1.50 for a pack. And you get
That's great time. The biggest, like, I remember my mind being blown when I popped a fucking card open of Diseased Man 2. And it's fucking it bulbing off the card. Yeah, Battles in Time was great. Like, Charlie, you have your full set still, don't you?
Yeah. I'm trying to complete this test set, which is so like before they release the actual set, they release like a fucking beta, and so I've got the full set of the normal cards, but the beta, literally like there's like 85 cards, and I go for like £10 a pop, like minimum, and I've got like 80 out of 85 or something, and the 5 cards I'm missing are like at least like a few £100 each. So I'm trying to find someone's like, if I can get someone's old collection where they happen to include accidentally some obviously like, you know, top-notch shit, but it's so hard.
Yeah.
You are literally the people that buy the overpriced stuff on eBay.
No, I buy the underpriced and I sell. Literally, the way I afforded the last card to complete my set, which was like £100, was I bought like wholesale, like people's old sets. Then I divide them up and sold the good cards for a profit, and I made a little business just buying and selling the cards until I had enough to buy the last card.
Doctor Who card game they ended 10 years ago.
Exactly.
Not to mention the playground value of those things.
Just the value of shit in the playground was so good, man.
It makes me sad thinking about things like this, because anything like card related like that, or even toy related, like I remember having the Doctor Who figurines as well. Anything like that I used to have when I was younger, because my mum worked with children. There was things an after school club in like primary school or whatever, so like the kids whose parents can't pick them up, so they'd stay in this club ready for when they can pick them up.
Say it, the unloved ones.
No, it's busy parents. What are you on about? But all of my toys or things like that would always get handed to them, and it was. I just remember being so sad because, like, I'm pretty even my old Game Boy got sent to that club, and I am so sad to this day
that got absolutely happened. Toy Story 3.
Yeah, no, actually. And I specifically remember I used to have this like Peter Pan pirate ship. It was so cool. I had like all the little figurines and stuff on it. But I remember going to the club one day, and I think this was when I was in secondary school, and I was like going to like pick up a house key or something. I specifically remember seeing it and it being broken.
Fucking hell.
Toy Story 3, except instead of Woody, It's a fucking Dalek and that one space pig from Aliens in London.
It's literally so sad.
Toy Story 3, instead of Ken, it's David Tennant.
Yeah, pretty much.
Time was really cool. Like, I just remember, like, at that time, like, my into-ness of Doctor Who was very weird. Like, I'd seen like bits and pieces of the three series, and I vaguely knew that Classic Who was a thing. And then, like, I remember getting a pack of the Ultimate Monster set, was it?
Yeah.
And like looking at the cards, and I remember specifically one was Kronos, which is from a third Doctor story. I mean, like, what the fuck is this? And then, like, at that stage as well, I also collected the action figures, or the toys. I had like the Master from Series 3, and I had like a Sideman from Series 2, and I fucking loved them. I like displayed them like you would like Star Wars Black Series figures. Like, I had them like pristine on my shelf. I remember then going to Tesco, I think, or Toys R Us, and they had the figures, and then they had started doing the Classic Who ones, where they like there was like a series of like 5 or 6, and every individual figure you bought, you got a piece of the K1 robot from Tom Baker's first story. And they had a Zygon. I remember looking at it, and this was before obviously all the new Who Zygon stuff had happened. I remember looking at it and going like, what the hell is this? And then obviously now I've seen all of Classic Who, like, so I know the stuff, but I remember at the time it's so confused. Like there was this whole mythos of this show that I liked that I just never seen, like, years and years and years at that time.
Wait,
It blew my mind.
Charlie, how far have you got with New Who now? You said you saw Blink. Did you get further than that?
We went till the end of the Master 4-parter.
3-parter.
3-parter. Oh shit!
4.
No, 3.
What? It's only technically 3. It's actually only 2.
3.
Yeah, 2 or 3,
Yeah.
depending on.
Yeah.
It's 3.
We got like 4.
I know it was a long night, but it was only 3 episodes, okay?
Yeah.
Oh damn!
That's
I missed
it.
that entire. I can't believe I missed all that arc. Oh.
I was on a crossroads because I was like, he's saying he'll join later, but we've been waiting for so long.
You said like you'll join later.
I said I might
you just
join
never
later.
joined.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah. Well, yeah. When I said I'll join later, I didn't mean wait for me. I meant start, and I might join later.
Oh no, we did start.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Don't get it twisted.
On the topic of Doctor Who card games, Charlie, I think it's had to come up at some stage. There's a new Doctor Who card game that's just started. Charlie, are we going to air everything? Hey? What are we?
Yeah,
Right,
yeah,
so-
yeah. That's fine.
All right. So there's a new Doctor Who card game that just started. It's called Worlds Apart.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Where it's a digital card game in the same vein as Hearthstone or Magic the Gathering Online.
Oh.
And it's in beta right now, and Charlie and I are both in it. But it's unique, supposedly, in the sense that, so like in Hearthstone, for example, if you buy a pack, the cards you own are just like in your Hearthstone collection. Whereas with this game, every individual card is on a like a, what do you call it? The thing they use for like Bitcoin and all. Blockchain. It's on blockchain.
Yeah.
So you actually own every card you have, and you can trace the card's history through the blockchain, with the idea that that you can sell them on, you can trade them like physical cards. And the way they work is, right now there's like one set out in the beta, and there's like X amount of like actual cards, and the actual playable game is coming at the start of December. But the cards have these like frames, and that's where the rarity kind of comes in. And there's like, so every card combination has like a serial number. So like, for example, there's like a silver frame, which is like one of the more common ones. So you could have like a Silurian commander with a silver frame, and like you could have the very first. So like every time that combination is like generated in a pack, the serial number increases, obviously. So if you have serial number 1 of a certain combination, you know, it's kind of rare. And the frames get like better and better, and thus more expensive. So you have your generic ones, and then you have one that looks like a Dalek, one that looks like a Sideman, one that looks like a Weeping Angel, and then there's like one that looks like a TARDIS, one that looks like a white point star. And you can buy like different types of packs, with the idea that, you know, some of them are more expensive because they'll gain value. So one, you can buy like a standard pack for like £5, then it goes to like 15, where you get like a Dalek frame. Then there's like a Weeping Angel one, which is a little bit more expensive, and then there's a TARDIS one. And so I bought like a pack or so. Charlie?
I bought a TARDIS pack.
Which was?
For £150.
Oh
Holy
my
shit.
god.
What the fuck?
With the the idea was that if this game takes off, then the cards I'll get from it will be fucking rare and good,
Very
high
true.
value. If it doesn't, I've got some fucking cool limited edition cards that
Yeah.
very early serial numbers. But the thing is, I put it off for so long because in the morning I was thinking I want to buy that, and if I bought it in the morning, I'll get serial number 1s for like everything that came out of the pack, and they'd be fucking 10 times the value. As it was when I bought it, everything was like serial number 3 or 4, so it was still pretty fucking good. But
Yeah.
if I hadn't dilly dallied for so long, and as it was, my initial pack is probably got more value than the pack I bought for 150 quid. Because my initial pack,
Oh my
I have
god.
the first edition of the Fifth Doctor, serial number 1, which
On the second frame or something.
it's only bronze framed, but even so, the first edition of that, I think that's
That's still something.
That's something.
Oh my god.
So I've got a few. To be fair, I did get a few very good cards from the TARDIS pack I bought, and I think
Yeah.
if this game takes off, I will probably make a ton of profit, or just use them because why not? It's fun.
Yeah. It's an interesting concept.
Yeah.
Like I've never heard of a digital card game using blockchain
I just
before.
thought, why not?
There you go.
I'm
Bit of
I
banter.
got paid yesterday. I'm getting a Christmas bonus, so I fucking spent it on.
I mean,
On
yeah, got the
cards,
money.
digital cards.
Well, yeah,
That's good.
it's an
It
investment.
makes
Wow.
sense though. We all play games. I know people spend
Yeah.
money in games. I,
I mean,
can't
yeah, I've
talk. I
definitely-
spend it on gun skins in Valorant, so I
I mean,
get
yeah.
it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
First 2 years that Overwatch came out, I always bought like 50 loot boxes. When
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, that probably adds
Like-
up. Yeah.
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 I used to bought box every event as well.
So I've just noticed we're at an hour and 13. How long do we want to make it this?
However, we can just keep
Start to fade out if you like. We can
I'm
always.
just saying.
bring
I
up
wasn't
some
sure if there was a
old
hard out
cards.
for anyone
What?
or
When
anything.
it's fed out, it's been slowly reduced the volume while we're still talking.
Goodbye.
It's like a chorus of a song, which repeating ourselves over and over again. The volume gets quieter.
Why is that so funny? The avid listener still just trying to tune in, slowly getting quieter and quieter and quieter.
rapidly cranking the speakers. No.
Don't leave me.